Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Welcome to biology class for grade 9, subject biology. Today we are going to start chapter number 4, cells and tissues. This chapter is starting from page number 52, and the topic which we are going to discuss today, introduction about the cells and tissues and microscopy, are given on page 52, 53 and 54 of your textbook. In this video lecture, you will first listen about the introduction to cells and tissues. So we are going to recall our previous knowledge about the cells and tissues as you have done it in your first chapter of this book. Now, the wing of a butterfly, there are some things, some parts of the body or some parts of organisms as well, you can say, starting from the wing of or wings of butterfly, जिसे हम तितलियों के पर कह सकते हैं, तितली के पर, which is basically a thin sheet of cells. So यहाँ पर हम ये सिर्फ बताना चाह रहे हैं कि वो कौन सी चीज़ें या एनिमल्स या ऑर्गेनिजम्स के वो बॉडी के कौन से हिस्से हैं जो सेल्स से मिलकर बने हैं. सो इवन फॉर्मेशन ऑफ सेल इज़ ऑकर्ड इन डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ ऑर्गन्स और पार्ट्स ऑफ लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म. यानी अगर आपसे कहा जाए कि तितली के पर क्या है, तितली के पर एक फाइन शीट या थिन शीट से बने होते हैं और वो क्या हैं, वो सेल्स के बने होते हैं. इन द सिमिलर मैनर द शाइनी लेयर ऑफ आइज़, ह्यूमन आइज़, शाइनी लेयर ऑफ ह्यूमन आइज़, हमारी आँखों की जो एक चमकदार लेयर होती है जिसकी वजह से हमारी आँखें शाइन करती हैं, दैट आर ऑल्सो शाइनी लेयर ऑफ ह्यूमन आई आर ऑल्सो मेड अप ऑफ सेल्स. Third, the food normally which we eat, the food, for example meat, fruits, different other fruits, okay, they are also made up of cells, and we eat this food or any food, whatever, whenever we will eat, it is basically composed of cells, and it contains normally changes in our body in or become the part of our cells as well. Not only this, our eyelashes, हमारी पलकें, फिंगर नेल्स, हमारे नाखून, फिंगर नेल्स, हमारे फिंगर के नेल्स, even some other things like orange juices, different fruit extracts, fruit orange juices, wood, लकड़ी, and different substances which are formed by the wood or from the wood, like pencil, and so many other things in this world are actually made up of cell. So what is cell? How you will define cell and how you will relate the cells to the tissues. So this is the main topic which we are going to discuss in this chapter as well as today's lesson. Before starting the main topic, we are going to recall again cells and tissues once again. So what are cells? Cells are basically the structural and functional unit of all living organisms. Functional unit of all living organism. So what is the basic concept about the cells in this short definition? Basically, without cells, no living organism not even can form, that is the structure, and even different metabolic processes cannot occur without cells in the body of living organisms. So cells become the structural and functional unit of all living organism. Not only this, but also cells are the basic formation of all living organism, or they are the unit of living organism. You can also summarize your definition in this way. What are different types of cells which are present in the body? So cells are basically present in various forms. Some of the organisms are having one cell. They have single cell in their body and called unicellular organisms. unicellular organism. Some have more than 1 or 2 or 10 cells, so they are called multicellular organisms. So depending upon the number of cells, the organisms can be categorized into the unicellular and the multicellular organisms as well. Along with it, there are different types of cells which are present inside the body of organism, including humans especially. And these cells can be the nerve cells, blood cells like red blood cells, white blood cells, muscle cell. In case of plant, epidermal cells, cortical cells, cortex, xylem cells, phloem cells. So there are a lot of examples of these cells found everywhere in this world, inside the body of humans, animals and plants. Now what are tissues? Here in this chapter, the second part is tissues. What are tissues? Tissues are actually a group of similar cells, a group of similar or same cells which are actually joined together in the form of group and form the next level of organization, which is called tissues. So group of similar cells, not only they are combined together, but they also perform different functions, different activities are called tissues. Example, you can quote here. What are the examples of tissues? Tissues are basically not only found in animals but also plants. So I am taking the example from both. For example, animal tissues include epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissues. Now how these tissues are formed? These are formed from epithelium or epithelial cells. Epithelial cells, in which one cell of epithelium, that is epithelial cell, this is an epithelial cell, combines with other epithelial cells, and in this manner different epithelial or more than one epithelial cells are combined together to form a layer, and this layer of epithelial cells is called epithelial tissue. Clear? Another example from plants. Suppose cortical cells or cortex, which is a combination of different type of rounded and spherical cells, and they are combined together to form these layer or whole layer of cells or tissues. How? For example, this is a cortical cell combined with the other cortical cell. In this way, the rounded and spherical structures are combined with each other, not in a form of single layer, but one cell overlap two cells in this way as well. So formation of different cortical cells or the similar cell, because they are similar, इनमें कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है, एक दूसरे से मिलते जुलते हैं, इनकी शेप दोनों केसेस में आप देखें तकरीबन शेप जो है वो सेम है, इनमें रेक्टेंगुलर शेप है, इनमें राउंडेड और स्फेरिकल शेप है. So all these cortical cells make the one collection or a group of collection of cells which are similar in their shapes is basically called the cortex, and a group of similar cell overall is called the tissue, or simply you can say here the cortical tissues. Not only this, but they also perform same function as well in this case. For example, the epithelial tissues or epithelial cells perform the similar function. They are protecting layer of the animal body. So all cells are the cover for the animal body or skin, and the cortical cells or cortex tissue is responsible for forming or storing food. So all these cells are performing the same function. and their shape, their function becomes the similar or similar thing, and this similarity between or among different cells become a group of similar cells called tissues. The next topic of the lesson is microscopy. By name it is cleared. Microscopy, the word comes from microscope. Basically, microscope is an instrument used in biological labs for the purpose to observe different living organisms which cannot be seen through the naked eyes. And these microorganisms are actually seen by mean of these different types of microscopes, such as the light microscopes, compound microscope, and electron microscopes. So we can categorize the microscope basically into two types. The first one is called the light microscope, and the second one is called electron microscope. Electron microscope. Now, what is microscopy? How you will define the term microscopy? Basically, the microscopy means the use of microscope, for various purposes. So, जब आप माइक्रोस्कोप्स को मुख्तलिफ़ किस्म के इस्तेमाल में लाते हैं, उनसे यूनिसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज़म या ऐसे तमाम लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज़म्स को देखते हैं जो हमें आँखों से नज़र नहीं आते, तो इस पूरे फिनोमेना को जिसमें माइक्रोस्कोप का इस्तेमाल किया जाता है माइक्रोस्कोपी कहलाता है. Another important point is about the discovery of microscope. That who was first discovered microscope? Basically, the first compound microscope, यानी जो पहला microscope discover हुआ, that was actually the compound microscope. Now, why the name given to it compound microscope? Because or having different type of lenses which are used to magnify and resolve the object or specimen which we want to see, which we want to observe. So the first compound microscope was developed, constructed or invented by scientist Zacharias Janssen. Zacharias Janssen in the year which is 1595, and the place is in Holland. What about the construction of this microscope invented by the Zacharias Janssen? इसकी कंस्ट्रक्शन क्या थी, कैसे उन्होंने ये माइक्रोस्कोप तैयार किया? बेसिकली ये एक सिंपल ट्यूब पर मुश्तमिल था. इट इज़ अ सिंपल ट्यूब इन विच बोथ साइड्स, यानी एक सिंपल ट्यूब को आप ऐसे ले सकते हैं. दिस इज़ अ सिंपल ट्यूब ऑन विच बोथ साइड्स, यहाँ पर भी और यहाँ पर भी उन्होंने लेंस फिट कर दिए थे. lenses were fitted on the both sides or at each end. So due to the combination of lenses, that's why it's called the compound microscope, because compound mean using two types of lenses at the same time in the microscope. Clear? So this is a simple tube which is actually connected with two types of lenses at each ends of this tube. Another important thing is about the compound microscope, magnification. What is the magnification of this compound microscope invented by Zacharias? So magnification mean, what is the meaning of magnification? It is basically to increase the apparent size of an object. यानी magnification क्या है? किसी भी चीज़ को, स्पेसिमेन को, जो भी यूनिसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म आप देखना चाह रहे हैं उसको 3 गुना, 4 गुना, 2 गुना, जितना मर्जी आप बड़ा करके देख सकें. यहाँ पर इस कंपाउंड माइक्रोस्कोप की मैग्निफिकेशन है 3 मल्टीप्लाई टू 9 मल्टीप्लाई. व्हाट इज़ द मीनिंग ऑफ दिस मल्टीप्लाई? मल्टीप्लाई मीन्स टाइम्स. व्हाट इज़ द मीनिंग ऑफ मल्टीप्लाई? टाइम्स, which indicates that this microscope invented by Zacharias can increase the original size of an object up to 3 times to 9 times. यानी आप किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट को किसी भी स्पेसिमेन को अपने 3 गुना से 9 गुना बड़ा करके देख सकते हैं. So this is the speciality of the compound microscope. In microscopy, basically 2 terms are commonly used. 2 terminologies are commonly used. One is magnification, and another terms which is very important in this case is the resolution. It is also called resolving power. Resolution or resolving power. So first we can define the magnification. What is magnification? It is the increase in the size of, increase in the original size, you can also say. Apparent mean original. Apparent size of an object which you want to observe. Clear? So it is increase in the apparent size of an object means कि अगर आप किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट या स्पेसिमेन को उसके ओरिजिनल साइज से बड़ा करके देखना चाहते हैं, then this phenomena, this important terminology is called magnification. Another term is called resolution. What is resolution? It is the measure of the clarity of an image. What is resolution or resolving power? It is measurement. So I am starting from measurement. It is a measure of clarity of an image. What is the meaning of resolution? कि अगर आपने किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट को बड़ा करके देखना चाहते हैं उसके ओरिजिनल साइज से तो ये बन जाएगा मैग्निफिकेशन. नाउ यू वांट टू सी द क्लियर इमेज. आप चाहते हैं कि उस ऑब्जेक्ट को जो आप बड़ा करके देख रहे हैं उसको आप बहुत ही क्लियरली देख सकें, वो ब्लर ना हो, धुंधली ना हो. सो फॉर दिस पर्पस यू नीड रिजोल्यूशन, विच इज़ अनदर इम्पॉर्टेंट फैक्टर इन द माइक्रोस्कोपी. दैट विदाउट रिजोल्यूशन और रिजॉल्विंग पावर यू कैन नॉट see your specimen or image clearly. So this is the measurement or measure of clarity of your image. Now there are different examples related to it. You have to note down the examples now. As I told you about the 2 important terms of microscopy, one is magnification, another one is resolution or resolving power. So according to some of the examples of magnification and resolution, you have to write down some examples of magnification first. So at least 2 examples are enough to write. First one, as you know, the first compound microscope discovered or invented by Zacharias Janssen, actually having resolution as well as some magnification power. So I am going to write the magnification of first compound microscope. So the magnification of first compound microscope was 3 times to 9 times. Second example, in the similar manner I'll write magnification of light microscope, which are normally used. Light microscope is about 1500 times. Is 1500 times. यानी ये आपके स्पेसिमेन को तकरीबन 1500 गुना बड़ा करके दिखा सकता है. Which microscope? The light microscope. And what is the magnification of another type of microscope? That is electron microscope. That is advanced form of microscope. So magnification of electron microscope is about, you can say that is 1000 folds, 250,000 times. तकरीबन किसी भी स्पेसिमेन को अगर आपने 2,50,000 गुना ज़्यादा, दैट इज़ अबाउट 250,000 टाइम्स आप बड़ा करके देखना चाहते हैं. सो दिस मच मैग्निफिकेशन एन इलेक्ट्रॉन माइक्रोस्कोप हैज़. सो द एडवांस फॉर्म ऑफ माइक्रोस्कोप which can magnify object up to this much times. Now the second important factor in microscopy, that is resolution or resolving power. Resolution. There are two definitions related to the resolution. First one is, it is a measure of the clarity of an image. As I told you in my previous topic or lesson, it is a measure of the clarity of an image. किसी भी इमेज को, किसी भी तस्वीर को अगर आप क्लियर करके देखना चाहते हैं तो you need resolution. Or you can also write another definition in this way. It is the minimum distance. It is the minimum, कम से कम. What's the meaning of minimum? कम से कम. A distance, फासला. It is the minimum distance at which two things, two specimens can be seen, जो कि नज़र आ सकते हैं as separate object, जो अलग अलग आपको दो ऑब्जेक्ट के तौर पर नज़र आएं. Separate objects. So for this purpose you need some more examples. So what are the examples of resolution? Number one, first example of resolution is related to the human eyes or human eye. So what is the human naked eye can differentiate between the 2 points? What is the resolution in that case? Suppose human naked eye can differentiate between 2 points which are at least 0.1 millimeter apart from each other. So this is known as the human resolution power, human eye resolving power. If we place 2 objects, that is 2 object means, for example, I am taking here the pencil. This is the first pencil and this is the second one. Cleared? And distance between these 2 pencils is 0.05 millimeter. 0.05 millimeter. They are 0.05 millimeter apart from each other. Then in this case, human eye would not be able to differentiate them as 2 separate objects. Why? Because the human resolving power, human eye की जो resolving power है, जो resolution है, वो up to है 0.1 millimeter apart. आपकी इंसानी आँख मिसाल के तौर पे अगर आप बिल्कुल आइज से किसी चीज़ को, ऑब्जेक्ट को ऑब्ज़र्व कर रहे हैं, तो उस चीज़ को ऑब्ज़र्व करने के लिए जो आपकी आई की रिजॉल्विंग पावर है वो आपकी 0.1 मिलीमीटर अपार्ट होगी. यानी अगर आप उस चीज़ को देखना चाहते हैं कि बिल्कुल क्लियर वो आपको नज़र आ जाए तो आपने 0.1 मिलीमीटर के डिस्टेंस से उसको देखना है. अदरवाइज़ अगर ये डिस्टेंस इससे भी कम हो जाता है तो वो आपको ब्लर नज़र आएगा. आपकी आइज़ के सामने ब्लरनेस स्टार्ट हो जाएगी. ब्लर मीन धुंधला हो जाएगा, आपको कुछ नज़र नहीं आएगा, और अगर नज़र भी आएगा तो वो चीज़ आपको धुंधली नज़र आएगी. इसको बग़ैर एक्टिविटी के आप नहीं समझ सकते. तो इसके लिए आपने क्या करना है, आपने पेंसिल जो है अपनी आइज़ के सामने रखनी है. क्या करना है बेटा, पेंसिल को बिल्कुल अपनी आइज़ के सामने ले आएँ. कभी उसको आप करीब करें, कभी दूर लेके जाएं. आप देखेंगे कि जब आप जैसे करीब लाएंगे एक रेंज आएगी जिसमें वो ऑब्जेक्ट आपको, जो पेंसिल होगी वो आपको धुंधली ब्लर होती हुई नज़र आएंगी. लेकिन जैसे ही एक फासले पे उसको थोड़ा सा लेके जाएंगे, आहिस्ता आहिस्ता वो ऑब्जेक्ट आपको क्लियर नज़र आएगा. सो दिस इज़ कॉल्ड द रिजोल्यूशन or the resolving power of your microscope, or in fact it is the resolving power of human eye, which is 0.1 millimeter apart from an object which you want to see. Is it clear? So this is the resolution of the human eye. We have some another examples as well related to the light microscope and along with the electron microscope. The first example is the resolving power of, write down your first example, resolving power or resolution of human eye. And human eye could differentiate up to 0.1 millimeter an object which is apart from your eyes is 0.1 millimeter up to here. You will complete your sentence. Now the resolution of light microscope. लाइट माइक्रोस्कोप आपको ऑब्जेक्ट को कितना क्लियर करके दिखा सकता है. सो रिजोल्यूशन ऑफ लाइट माइक्रोस्कोप इज basically in micrometers. So it is 0.2, not in millimeter, it's micrometer, the smaller units as compared to the millimeter. Clear? Again we can say 1 micrometer is equals to 1 by 1000 millimeter. यानी 1 माइक्रोमीटर मिलीमीटर का 1000 पार्ट होता है, यानी इतना ही छोटी वैल्यू है ये. एंड दिस इज द रिजोल्यूशन ऑफ द लाइट माइक्रोस्कोप. इन द सिमिलर मैनर, व्हाट इज द रिजोल्यूशन ऑफ कंपाउंड, अनदर टाइप ऑफ माइक्रोस्कोप, दैट इज इलेक्ट्रॉन माइक्रोस्कोप. इलेक्ट्रॉन विच इज द एडवांस फॉर्म ऑफ माइक्रोस्कोप, एंड द रिजोल्यूशन of this microscope is in nanometer. How much? Again 0.2 nanometer. Nanometer. It is micrometer. This sign is for micro. This sign is for nano. N-A-N-O, nano. And approximate value which is equals to millimeter is about, I'm talking about the nanometer, and it is equals in millimeter about, you can write in this way, 1 nanometer is equals to 1 by, now count the number of zeros, too many zeros, 1 2 3, again 1 2 3, according to the international system of numbers it is approximately 10 lakh according to the Pakistani. And 10 approximate how much, कितनी है ये, तकरीबन 1000-fold improvement, that it is a 1000-fold improvement over the light microscope. Clear? According to this types of microscope, next heading becomes, there are two main types of microscope which are used in the biological labs. The first is light microscope and the second one is electron microscope. And these two microscopes are used in the major microscopes in microscopy, that is used in microscopy. We are going to start first with the light microscope. That is, what is light microscope? Light microscope. According to this, we have to start from the working as well as the structure of light microscope, and there are different headings which we are going to write under this main heading of light microscope. So our first heading will become structure, that is how light microscope is composed, along with working of the light microscope. So structure and working of light microscope will be the first subheading of the light microscope. So a light microscope basically works by passing visible light. How does it work? By passing visible light. Visible light are those which can see or which can be seen through the naked eye. And these visible lights are also present in the different colors of the rainbow in the form of Vibgyor, I think familiar with this term. Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. So these are all visible light coming from the sun, reaching up to the earth. So when you can see any object in the visible light or by passing visible light through the microscope or this type of microscope, that is light microscope, then your main working or principle of the light microscope will be depending upon the light, and which light is called visible light. Now it uses basically, or the light microscope uses two lenses. How many lenses are present in the light microscope? Two lenses are present. These are basically glass lenses in which one lens produces or is involved in magnification. In magnification. What is the purpose of this first glass lens? To enlarge the object or image of the specimen. And the second lens, you can say, this is the purpose of the first lens, and the second lens in the similar manner responsible for the clarity of an image, that is called the resolution. So basically these two types of lenses which are present in light microscope are responsible for the two major factors of microscopy. And what are these two factors? To magnify the image, to clarify the image, to clear the image for the viewers. So finally we can say that we can also write down some of the important structures and working of light microscope side by side in this way, that we have to focus on that on which principle light microscope works. It works on the visible light. When visible light passes through the light microscope or lenses, they finally start their function in the form of magnification and resolution. Now the next point is related to the photograph that is taken through the microscope. It's called the micrograph. Micrograph. So what is micrograph? It is actually a picture taken through the microscope. Light microscope से ली जाने वाली पिक्चर को माइक्रोग्राफ कहा जाता है. इस माइक्रोग्राफ के ऊपर यानी फॉर एग्जांपल आपने एक पिक्चर ली है एक यूनिसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म यानी अमीबा की. कंसिडर दिस एज एन एग्जांपल और पिक्चर ऑफ अमीबा. अगर आप अमीबा की एक पिक्चर माइक्रोग्राफ पर ले रहे हैं, सो इट कैन बी टेकन थ्रू द लाइट माइक्रोस्कोप. इवन एट वन साइड ऑफ द माइक्रोग्राफ द वैल्यू और द मैग्निफिकेशन ऑफ दैट इमेज will also be written like in this manner 1500 times. आपने एक यूनिसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म को 1500 टाइम्स बड़ा करके देखा और उसकी पिक्चर जो है वो आपने खींच ली. जिस तरह से आप एक कैमरा से पिक्चर खींचते हैं, बाकायदा उसका प्रिंट आउट निकालते हैं, तो माइक्रोग्राफ भी आपका इसी तरह की एक पिक्चर या प्रिंट आउट है जो कि आप लाइट माइक्रोस्कोप की मदद से ले सकते हैं. सो दिस इज़ अनदर इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग of light microscope. I am repeating or summarize the whole concept of light microscope regarding structure and working once again. कि light microscope कैसे काम करता है. light microscope उस वक्त काम करता है जब visible light को light microscope के lenses से गुजारा जाता है. ये माइक्रोस्कोप दो lenses पर मुश्तमिल होता है जो कि ग्लास यानी शीशे के बने होते हैं. इन ग्लास लेंसेज में एक लेंस आपका आई पीस लेंस और दूसरा ऑब्जेक्टिव लेंस कहलाता है, जिसमें से एक लेंस आपके किस तौर पे काम आता है कि ये इमेज को बड़ा करके या उसका साइज़ बड़ा करके दिखाता है, और दूसरे लेंस का काम ये होता है कि वो मज़ीद उसको मैग्नीफाई करके व्यूवर्स आई तक क्लियर इमेज के साथ पहुंचाता है. तो अगर ये दो पॉइंट्स जो कि बेसिक टर्म्स हैं माइक्रोस्कोपी के, अगर ये आपके किसी भी माइक्रोस्कोप में मौजूद नहीं हैं तो यू कांट सी योर इमेज करेक्टली एंड क्लियरली. And another important thing about the light microscope, that even you can take the picture of your specimen, even represented as in this form as a printout, along with the magnifying power, how much you can enlarge your object, that can also be written here. So this is about the structure and working of the light microscope. Now we will move on to the magnification and resolution of the light microscope, along with some advantages and disadvantages. Magnification of light microscope first. As I have already given some of the example of magnification of my light microscope in the previous point. So what is the magnification of this? A light microscope can magnify object only about 1500 times, as I told you earlier, 1500 times. And this, how much that is this magnification or enlargement of this object or specimen, causing no blurriness as well, without any blurriness. What is the meaning of blurriness? बगैर किसी धुंधला हुए बगैर किसी धुंधलापन के बगैर, या सिर्फ लिख दे बगैर किसी धुंधलापन के। धुंधलापन क्या होता है कि अब जब आपको कोई ऑब्जेक्ट क्लियर नज़र ना आए। सो मैग्निफिकेशन इज़ दिस मच, नॉट मैनी, नॉट टू मच, बट वी कैन डिपेंड ऑन इट in our biological labs. Second type or second heading of factor is resolution. Second heading is resolution. And what is the resolution or resolving power of the light microscope? It is about 0.2 micrometer, that is micro, micrometer, and one micrometer is about or equals to 1/1000 millimeter. You have to remember this value as well. So in other words, we can say the light microscope cannot distinguish or resolve object smaller than 0.2 micrometer, which is the size of the smallest bacterium. About, you can say, the size of the smallest bacterium. An image of bacterium can be magnified many times, but the light microscope cannot show the details of the internal structure. So this will become somewhat, you can say, the disadvantage as well of light microscope. That what is the resolution? What is the resolution of light microscope? लाइट माइक्रोस्कोप आपको तकरीबन किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट को रिजॉल्व करके, यानी इसको अगर आपने डिफ्रेंशिएट करना है, रिकग्नाइज करना है, बग़ैर किसी धुंधलेपन के आप उसको क्लियर करना चाह रहे हैं, सो यू कैन ऑब्जर्व और सी दैट ऑब्जेक्ट अप टू 0.2 माइक्रोमीटर। जिसका मतलब ये हुआ कि अगर 0.2 माइक्रोमीटर से रिजोल्यूशन कम हो गई तो आपको वो ऑब्जेक्ट इतना क्लियरली नज़र नहीं आएगा। एंड इट इज़ अबाउट द साइज़ ऑफ अ बैक्टीरियम। ये किसका साइज़ है? ये आपके छोटे से छोटे एक बैक्टीरिया या बैक्टीरियम का साइज़ है, जो कि आप लाइट माइक्रोस्कोप में देख सकते हैं। लेकिन यहाँ पर एक एडवांटेज है कि हम बैक्टीरियम को देख तो सकते हैं, लेकिन वी कैन नॉट स्टडी द इंटरनल डिटेल ऑफ द सेल स्ट्रक्चर। हम उसका इंटरनल जो एनाटमी होती है, इंटरनल स्ट्रक्चर है, वो क्लियरली यहाँ पर बिल्कुल नहीं देख सकते। सो व्हाट इज़ द disadvantage of the light microscope? Basically, light microscope can see or can able to see anything, any object which can resolve up to 0.2 micrometer or the size of 0.2 micrometer, but less than 0.2 micrometer size cannot be clearly seen. That means कि बैक्टीरियम का इंटरनल स्ट्रक्चर आपको नज़र नहीं आ सकता, सिर्फ आप उसका जो मॉर्फोलॉजिकल स्ट्रक्चर है, जो उसकी मॉर्फोलॉजी है, जो आउटर स्ट्रक्चर है, वो तकरीबन आप उसका देख सकते हैं। लेकिन डिटेल में आप अगर इंटरनल स्ट्रक्चर जो है वो ऑब्ज़र्व करना चाहें तो वो आपको लाइट माइक्रोस्कोप में नज़र नहीं आएगा। सो दिस इज़ द डिसएडवांटेज। नाउ व्हाट इज़ द एडवांटेज और एडवांटेजेस ऑफ लाइट माइक्रोस्कोप? अगर हमने ये देखा कि एक नुकसान हमें ये नज़र आया कि लाइट माइक्रोस्कोप बैक्टीरियम का जो अंदर का डिटेल का स्ट्रक्चर है वो नहीं दिखा सकता, तो इसमें फ़ायदा क्या हुआ? हमें क्या फ़ायदा मिलेगा इससे? हमें तो नुकसान हुआ कि लाइट माइक्रोस्कोप का तो फिर कोई मकसद ही नहीं है, वो तो सिर्फ आपके स्पेसिमेन को बड़ा करके दिखा रहा है। तो एडवांटेज बेटा यहाँ पर ये है कि आपकी जो डिफरेंट स्टडी होती हैं यूनिसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म की, यानी स्टडी ऑफ लाइफ प्रोसेसेस। क्या होते हैं लाइफ प्रोसेसेस? आपके लाइफ प्रोसेसेस ज़िंदगी में जो भी आप काम करते हैं वो क्या हैं? वो आपके मूवमेंट है, ठीक है, आपकी रिप्रोडक्शन है, मूवमेंट, रिप्रोडक्शन, फीडिंग, आपका जो है सांस लेने का हमारा रिस्पायरेशन, आपका रिस्पॉन्डिंग प्रोसेस जो कि रिस्पॉन्ड करते हैं आप एनवायरनमेंट को, ये तमाम प्रोसेसेस जो कि आप ज़िंदगी में अंजाम देते हैं वो लाइफ प्रोसेसेस कहलाते हैं। बट हेयर इन द केस ऑफ लाइट माइक्रोस्कोप व्हाट इज़ द एडवांटेज? द स्टडी ऑफ द लाइफ प्रोसेसेस, फॉर एग्जांपल movement of amoeba, movement of amoeba, which is a unicellular organism, cannot be seen through the naked eyes, can be best under or can be best studied. आप कह सकते हैं कि movement of amoeba can be best, आपके लिए मैं लिख देती हूँ, can be studied best by using light microscope. In light microscope better. In light microscope better. क्या मतलब हुआ? क्या एडवांटेज आपने देखा लाइट माइक्रोस्कोप का? कि बहुत सारे जो यूनिसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिजम्स हैं उनकी लाइफ प्रोसेसेस को अगर आप पढ़ना चाहते हैं, उनके बारे में जानना चाहते हैं, जैसे एक लाइफ प्रोसेस उसका क्या है? मूवमेंट, कि अमीबा कैसे हरकत करता है। तो अमीबा के अंदर हरकत को बाकायदा तौर पे उसका मुज़ाहिरा करने के लिए, उसको ऑब्ज़र्व करने के लिए, उसको देखने के लिए आपके पास लाइट माइक्रोस्कोप के अलावा कोई बेस्ट ऑप्शन मौजूद नहीं है। सो दिस इज़ द ऑल डिटेल अबाउट माइक्रोस्कोपी एज वेल एज द फर्स्ट टाइप ऑफ माइक्रोस्कोप, दैट इज़ लाइट माइक्रोस्कोप in front of you. Now students, you have to focus on the next video for watching the structure and working of different parts of microscope. And for this lesson, I'm going to say Allah Hafiz.